The power of your soul/mind. If you neglect your soul, you're neglecting your spirit. The secret power of the soul will deliver your mind from poverty appears to be a statement or title that suggests the idea that harnessing the power of the soul can help overcome poverty or financial challenges. It combines spiritual and motivational elements, which are often found in self-help or personal development literature. This statement implies that by tapping into some inner strength or spiritual force within oneself, referred to as the secret power of the soul, a person can change their mindset and circumstances related to poverty. It aligns with the concept that a positive and determined mindset can lead to better outcomes in life, including financial success. It's worth noting that beliefs and practices related to spirituality, the mind, and wealth vary widely among individuals and cultures. Some people find inspiration and motivation in such ideas, while others may approach the issue of poverty and financial success from different perspectives, including education, skills development, economic policies, and social support. If you have a specific question or would like more information on this topic or related concepts, please feel free to ask. The statement, "If you neglect your soul, you're neglecting your spirit," underscores the importance of nurturing one's inner self and well-being. It implies that taking care of your soul and mind is essential for overall spiritual and mental health. Here's a breakdown of the key points in this statement. The soul. The concept of the soul is deeply ingrained in various religious, philosophical, and spiritual traditions throughout history. The definition and understanding of the soul can vary significantly depending on cultural, religious, and philosophical perspectives. Here are some common aspects and interpretations of the soul. Immortal essence. In many belief systems, the soul is considered an immortal and eternal essence that transcends the physical body. It is often thought to persist beyond death, carrying one's consciousness or essence to another realm or state of existence. Seat of consciousness. The soul is often seen as the seat of consciousness, self-awareness, and individuality. It is what makes a person unique and different from others. Spiritual core. In spiritual contexts, the soul is considered the innermost and spiritual core of a person. It is associated with qualities like love, compassion, morality, and a connection to the divine. Purpose and destiny. Some belief systems suggest that the soul has a purpose or destiny in this life or the afterlife. It may be on a journey of growth, learning, or purification. Connection to the divine. Many religious traditions teach that the soul has a connection to a higher power or deity. It is believed to be a divine creation and may seek union with the divine through spiritual practices and devotion. Karma and reincarnation. In Hinduism, Buddhism, and certain other belief systems, the soul is associated with the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, reincarnation. The quality of one's actions, karma, in previous lives can affect the circumstances of the next incarnation. Inner self and inner voice. The soul is sometimes seen as the source of inner wisdom and intuition. It guides individuals in making moral and ethical decisions. Different perspectives. Different religious and philosophical traditions have varying views on the nature of the soul. For example, in Christianity, the soul is often seen as the immortal aspect of a person created by God. In contrast, some Eastern philosophies emphasize the concept of anatta, anatman, which suggests that the soul is an illusion, and the true nature of reality is devoid of a permanent, individual soul. It's important to note that beliefs about the soul can be highly personal and diverse. Not everyone subscribes to the concept of the soul, and views on this topic can range from deeply religious to entirely secular and atheistic. The concept of the soul continues to be a subject of philosophical inquiry and spiritual exploration across cultures and time periods. Neglect is a term that refers to the act of failing to give something or someone the necessary attention, care, or consideration. It can have various applications and implications depending on the context in which it is used. Here are a few common usages of the term neglect. Child neglect. This refers to the failure of parents or caregivers to provide the essential physical, emotional, and psychological care and support that a child needs for their well-being. Child neglect can involve inadequate supervision, lack of nourishment, emotional neglect, or failure to address a child's medical or educational needs. Elderly neglect. This occurs when individuals who are responsible for the care of elderly individuals, such as family members or nursing home staff, fail to provide proper care and attention. Elderly neglect can manifest as neglecting their medical needs, emotional well-being, or basic necessities. Self-neglect. Self-neglect refers to a person's failure to take care of their own well-being, often due to physical or mental health issues. This can involve neglecting personal hygiene, not seeking medical treatment when needed, or failing to provide for one's basic needs. Property neglect. Property neglect involves not properly maintaining or caring for a building, piece of land, or other physical assets. It can result in deterioration, safety hazards, or decreased property value. Environmental neglect. This pertains to the failure to protect and preserve the natural environment. Environmental neglect can include actions such as pollution, deforestation, and failure to address climate change. Emotional neglect. Emotional neglect refers to the absence of emotional support and nurturing in relationships, particularly in childhood. It can result in emotional and psychological challenges for individuals. Neglect in relationships. In personal relationships, neglect can occur when one person fails to give attention, care, or consideration to the other person's needs or feelings. It can lead to dissatisfaction and strain in the relationship. Neglect of responsibilities. Neglect can also relate to not fulfilling one's duties or responsibilities in various areas of life, such as work, school, or community involvement. In general, neglect is viewed as a negative behavior or situation because it often leads to harm, suffering, or negative consequences for the neglected entity or person. Legal and ethical standards exist to address neglect in many contexts, and it is often considered a form of neglectful or abusive behavior when it involves vulnerable individuals such as children or the elderly. The concept of the spirit is rich and multifaceted, and its meaning can vary depending on cultural, religious, philosophical, and individual perspectives. Here are some common aspects and interpretations of the spirit. Life force. In many cultures and belief systems, the spirit is associated with the vital life force that animates living beings. It is what gives a person or creature their vitality and distinguishes the living from the non-living. Consciousness and self-awareness. The spirit is often linked to consciousness and self-awareness. It represents the inner essence of an individual's awareness, thoughts, emotions, and identity. Soul or inner self. In some contexts, the terms spirit and soul are used interchangeably to describe the non-material, immortal essence of a person. This soul or spirit is believed to persist beyond physical death. Spiritual essence. Many religious and spiritual traditions view the spirit as a divine or sacred essence within a person. It may be seen as a connection to a higher power or as a manifestation of the divine within each individual. Emotions and feelings. The spirit can be associated with emotions and feelings, representing the emotional aspect of a person's being. It may encompass qualities like love, compassion, and empathy. Motivation and inspiration. People often refer to their spirit when discussing their motivation, drive, or inspiration to achieve goals or pursue a purpose in life. Ghostly or supernatural entities. In folklore and paranormal beliefs, spirits can also refer to disembodied entities or ghosts, which are thought to exist apart from the physical body. Cultural and ancestral spirits. Some cultures have beliefs in ancestral spirits or cultural spirits that are thought to watch over or influence the lives of their descendants or communities. Holy Spirit. In Christianity, the Holy Spirit is considered the third person of the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It is associated with divine guidance, inspiration, and comfort. Spiritual practices. Many spiritual and religious practices involve connecting with or channeling the spirit through meditation, prayer, rituals, or other forms of worship. Universal consciousness. In some philosophical and spiritual traditions, the spirit is seen as a part of a universal or collective consciousness that all beings are connected to. It's important to recognize that the concept of the spirit can be highly individual and culturally specific. While some people may have strong beliefs about the existence and nature of the spirit, others may view it as a metaphorical or symbolic representation of inner qualities and consciousness. As such, the interpretation and significance of the spirit can vary widely among different belief systems and worldviews. The term importance refers to the quality or state of being significant, meaningful, valuable, or of great consequence. It is a concept that is widely used across various contexts to denote the significance or relevance of something. Here are some common ways in which importance is applied. Priority. Importance often relates to the level of priority assigned to a particular task, goal, or issue. For example, in time management, individuals prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency. Relevance. Importance can signify the degree to which something is relevant or applicable to a particular situation, topic, or problem. Assessing importance helps in decision-making and problem-solving. Value. Importance can also be associated with the intrinsic worth or value of something. For instance, in economics, the importance of a resource or commodity may be based on its scarcity and utility. Impact. When discussing the importance of an event, action, or decision, it often refers to the potential consequences or effects it may have on individuals, organizations, or society as a whole. Significance. Importance is closely related to the significance of a particular event, achievement, or historical moment. It underscores why something is noteworthy or remarkable. Recognition. Importance can be linked to acknowledgement or recognition, such as the importance of receiving validation or appreciation for one's efforts or contributions. Health and well-being. In the context of personal well-being, importance is often attributed to factors such as physical health, mental well-being, and the pursuit of a balanced and meaningful life. Education and learning. Assessing the importance of subjects, skills, or knowledge areas is crucial in education. It helps educators and learners focus on what is most valuable for personal and societal growth. Environmental conservation. Importance is often discussed in the context of preserving and protecting the environment, emphasizing the significance of sustainable practices. Ethical and moral values. When discussing ethics and morality, importance pertains to the value of upholding certain principles or values in decision-making and behavior. Cultural and social context. What is considered important can vary significantly across cultures and societies, highlighting the importance of cultural relativism and understanding different perspectives. Personal goals and aspirations. People often evaluate the importance of their personal goals and aspirations to determine their life's direction and purpose. The concept of importance is subjective and context-dependent, meaning that what is considered important can vary from person to person and situation to situation. Recognizing and prioritizing what is important in various aspects of life is a fundamental aspect of decision-making, personal development, and societal progress. In practical terms, taking care of your soul and mind may involve practices like meditation, mindfulness, self-reflection, seeking personal growth and development, and nurturing your emotional well-being. Many people find that these practices help them lead more fulfilling lives, maintain mental health, and deepen their spiritual connection. Ultimately, the statement serves as a reminder of the holistic nature of human well-being, emphasizing the need to pay attention not only to one's physical needs but also to their mental, emotional, and spiritual needs for a balanced and fulfilling life.